Today, we remember Scott Raymond Adams, the American cartoonist, author, and conservative commentator, best known as the creator of the iconic comic strip Dilbert, who has died at the age of 68 after a battle with aggressive prostate cancer. Adams passed away on January 13, 2026, surrounded by family at his home in Northern California, as confirmed by his ex-wife in a live stream announcement. Scott Adams was born on June 8, 1957, in Windham, New York. Before finding fame as a cartoonist, he worked in corporate America, at banking and telecommunications firms, where he gained first-hand insight into the frustrations of white-collar office life. It was these experiences that inspired his most famous creation. In 1989, Adams launched Dilbert, a comic strip starring a bespectacled engineer trapped in a world of mind-numbing corporate bureaucracy. The strip's blend of sharp satire and relatable office humor quickly struck a chord with readers worldwide. By the mid-1990s, Dilbert was syndicated in thousands of newspapers across 70 countries, making it one of the most popular comic strips of its generation. Dilbert wasn't just a comic, it became a cultural touchstone for office workers everywhere. Adams expanded the brand into best-selling books, including The Dilbert Principle, which humorously critiqued corporate management, an animated TV series that brought the characters to life on screen, merchandise, licensed products, and more. Adams also wrote a series of non-fiction books on business, psychology, and self-improvement. He earned the Reuben Award for Outstanding Cartooning, and Dilbert was named one of Time magazine's most influential Americans. In the 2010s and 2020s, Adams shifted much of his focus from cartoons to political commentary, becoming a vocal conservative figure. He supported former President Donald Trump and built a large online following through podcasts and live streams. However, Adams' later years were marked by controversy. In 2023, after making racially inflammatory comments during a live stream, Dilbert was dropped by hundreds of newspapers and publishers, effectively ending its mainstream syndication. Adams continued to produce content independently online. In May 2025, Adams publicly disclosed that he was battling aggressive prostate cancer that had spread to his bones, the same disease former President Joe Biden also announced he was fighting. Despite treatment, his prognosis was poor. Adams spent his final weeks in hospice care at home, continuing to engage with his audience through daily live streams and social media. On January 1, 2026, he penned a final message that was read by his ex-wife after his death, in which he reflected on his life and urged others to be useful. Reactions poured in from public figures and fans. Former President Donald Trump lauded Adams as a great influencer who fought bravely against illness, and tech entrepreneur Elon Musk also paid tribute to his unique voice and impact. While Adams' later years were divisive, Dilbert endured for decades as a defining satire of corporate culture, influencing office workers, cartoonists, and pop culture alike. Scott Adams lived a complex and consequential life, from cubicle comics to culture wars. He leaves behind a legacy that sparked laughter for millions and debate that stirred many more. His final words to the world reflected gratitude, reflection, and a plea for others to make their lives useful.